That's the same thing I was trying to tell her. Your butt is so fake it don't even. Oh, we live? What's going on, folks? It's KspadeTheProspect back today with a brand new Pro-Am gameplay. I'm on the XB1 rocking out with my squad that made. Man, I got a real good gameplay for you today. I'm gonna go ahead and warn you. I got a good one. You're probably gonna be on the edge of your seat, and this gameplay is a little bit longer than the traditional videos I bring you. Let me explain that first of all. I don't want y'all to be like, man, Spade just making these videos long so we can't go do stuff. I don't know what y'all be thinking, but this one right here was so good, and the back and forth, it was just great, man. To me, I'm a weird guy. It was great, and I wanted to show it to you guys. Both teams at times operated at such a high level that I was like, man, we got to put this stuff in the video. And then at the same time, both teams made some critical errors and mistakes that I'm sure both teams wish they could take back. And I wanted to share some of that as well. So the gameplay is a little bit longer, but I promise you it's A1. Like, it's going to be great. Let's get into it, man. As you guys can see, man, the game has already started. I'm running my mouth, man. We got a 3-point game out here. Okay, so let's talk offense. Offensively, both teams came out in something, and then at some point, both teams changed up. Now, their offense looks similar to what you see us run usually. They kind of run, I guess, like a 4-out with a high screen and roll. The big would usually roll to the basket after the cut. Now, even though you see us do that from time to time, that's not what we came out in. We came out in a way known to attack the zone. So you will see us set shooters up in various spots to stretch the zone or break the zone, whatever you want to call it. I've heard it called stretch or break. But this is something that you don't see us do a lot of. But the reason why I chose this gameplay, and the reason why to me this was one of the better gameplays that I had on the hard drive, is because neither team stuck with one game plan throughout. You're going to see us run something for a little while, it'll grow stagnant, we'll trash that, we'll come out with something different. You'll see them run something for a little while, we'll stop it, they'll trash it, and they'll come out in something different. And that's another reason why I feel like this is a dope gameplay. Now defensively, we're going to try to attack this offense in the 2-3 zone. That's not always the best formula. Going man really helps a lot with the 5-out, but I don't like to run man, because if you run man and you start to cut out the 5-out, what's next is just a lot of picks. You know, the wraparound technique, cuts to the basket, things that's very difficult to stop in man. So it's going to be a challenge in order for us to get right out here. Let me pull this right here. Hold on. Let's get it. Let's go. But I already know in the 2-3 zone, it's going to be a challenge. It's going to be some times that we're going to play it right. It's going to be some times that they're going to break our zone. I know this going into the game. We all know this. Offensively, though, it looked like we came out the gate pretty good. So it's, what, 5 seconds on the clock to end the first quarter. So far, defensively, I like what we've been doing. The communication has been A1, and we've been doing a really good job of rotation when necessary. Because in this offense, sometimes we're going to have to rotate. And you'll see it throughout the video. Check us out right here, second quarter action, man. You can see this big is doing his job to set this point guard up for a look. He actually got a great look, couldn't cash it. But another one of the disadvantages of the 2-3 zone is you got one guy in rebound position. And that's another sacrifice you got to make. If you want to get out of rebounds, you can do some other things. You can run some other zones. But to me, I like the 2-3. I feel like it's the most effective. And I'm going to take that one disadvantage of not being able to, you know, dominate on the boards like we would like to. Okay, now they are also in a zone, so we're going to be trying to find various ways to attack their zone out of our offense. One thing you've noticed that we really never do, we kind of got wrapped inside. We got wrapped around the charity stripe. This is a way that it's well documented that putting the guy at the free throw line helps break the 2-3 zone. And to my liking, I found other ways to attack this zone that I feel like actually work better. But for these guys, putting Rap at the free throw line did one thing. It made that big collapse. And doing that, did this right here. It freed Philly up for that shot. And Philly can knock that shot down. Like, go ahead and jot that down if you're taking notes. Philly can make that shot. So this is why I say, like, you can say that we run a variation of the 5-out, but really we don't. Like, we're gonna do different things depending on what the defense show us. We're not gonna come out here every game and say, you stand here, you stand there, I'm gonna stand. Like, we don't do that. We're just gonna come out at the beginning of the game. We might say, you're here, you're here, you're here. But if we don't like what we see, and we're gonna throw that mess out the window and come back with something different. No, bad defense on our behalf. The zone definitely was broken there. That's not what you want to do. You don't want to leave shooters on the wing. The limitless guys definitely put the pressure on the zone defense, so we got to communicate better. Like I said, though, it would be mistakes. We're going to make mistakes. We're going to find our way through that. Don't you even worry about it. TMM still holding on to the lead right now, 22-16. We got 2 minutes and some change before we get to the half. I would love to go in the half with the lead. I know it's a little early to be thinking like that, but we still are a second half team, y'all. My man just threw a bounce pass through Rap's legs. Oh my God, he on some and one shit. Okay, let's get right. Now I know he didn't try to do that, but I peeped that in the edit and I had to put that in the video. Rap, get your awareness up, B. Get your awareness up, B. I have a problem with those right there. I want to know how y'all feel about it. It happens time to time with my sharpshooter, and I make the excuse that, hey, I got my sharp. But if I see a playmaker or a point forward just dribbling and somebody walks up and just rips them clean, if they ain't a lockdown defender, I'm always like, whoa, what just happened there? And I'm not saying this should never happen, but it always blows my mind because I swear anytime I reach, if I reach, it's a foul. Like, I never get an on-ball steal. All the steals that I get come from me playing passing lanes. So somebody clearly knows something I don't know. I don't know how to just walk up to people and rape their pockets. It don't never work for me. Anyway. Game is super close right now. These guys have done a great job to fight back into the game. 1 point game. We need a basket. Beautiful backup right there. That's that reverse that I like. Styles, however, can't get the shot to go. We get the board and Styles whips it over his head. ASAP's going to knock down that midi. I would have loved for that to have been a 3, but at this point in the game, you can't be complaining about what type of points you get. You got to take whatever you can get, and that's what we got. Of course, they're going back high screen. This time the big, I don't know if they playing that or what, but that was kind of dope. I rocked with it. The big was there for the screen, and at the last minute, he just took off. That took Philly away. Everybody was expecting the screen, and it set him up for something else. We got to come back and score. Now, the shot clock is basically the game clock. I want last or best. I like that take. ASAP had the lane. Took the lane. I don't know if the dunk was blocked or if he just missed it, but what a coinky ding. It bounced straight to the other team. Good job, 2K. Good job. That kind of stuff happens to us a lot. Of course, they go back into the paint. The big fella is right there to finish. 3 seconds on the clock. I'm going to see if we can get a decent look up. I like this ASAP from the corner. Couldn't get it to go. The defense was closing in on that guy. So despite us pretty much being in control of the game, right there at the end of the second quarter, I guess I jinxed us because I was like, I would love to go into the half with the lead. Yeah, well, we didn't. So here we go. Second half action. We gotta get it going. Rap trying to get that free throw line shot to go. The defense is sitting on his toes right there. Putting Rap at the free throw line didn't get Rap the looks that we thought it would, but it definitely did get some looks for other members of the team. So sometimes you gotta sacrifice your body. You know your boy going Euro right here, man. Anytime I got that, I'm probably going Euro. The smarter thing to do would have been to go reverse, but we still get points, so you can't complain. And I get cool points. Like anytime I do a Euro, it's like I make an extra $1 or something. I don't know. 1 point game right here. Now check this out. They doing something different on the offense. I like this. Traditional 5 out, cuts to the basket. They waited on the big fella. Okay, we'll make the adjustment. I like that neither team came out here with one game plan and said, this is what we're going to do. I don't care what happens. Hold on, let me get this. Hold on. Toilet bowl that guy. Okay, I'm good, but they ain't got to always be a swish. I take that. Neither team came out here and said, okay, this is the game plan no matter what. Even though I kind of feel like what they were doing were working, they still made the adjustment. They're doing something completely different right here, going with a traditional 5 out. Now you got to watch for the cuts. And it looked like they want to get their cuts from the big man. Great defense right here from Styles. That's the blocking foul right there. That's probably the best blocking foul you could get because that was going to be 3 points for either Rap or myself. One of us was about to trade that up. You better believe it. TMM still holding on to this 2-point lead. Now here in the third quarter, y'all, one thing you got to know is this. If anybody on the court got bruiser, especially Hall of Fame bruiser, this is when it starts to show. Like right here in the third quarter, that's when the fatigue starts to set in. You trying to figure out where your jump shot meter. Hold on, let me get this. Hold up. Rainmaker, boy. That's my first one of the game. I mean, I'm talking about that feel right. Like you knew when it came off the fingertips, like, ooh, that's in there. Felt right. But like I was saying, if anybody's got Hall of Fame bruiser, this is the point of the game where it shows up. And bruiser to me is one of those badges. If you got Hall of Fame, it can be a game changer because when you're a shooter, you're like, man, something's going on with my shot. Like, my shot ain't releasing right. Then you look down at your stamina bar and you realizing that you about to die. You fitting to die, big fella. Like, so you know what I'm talking about there. So this is when I'm kind of doing a check like, yo, what our stamina's like. This is why it's important in the third quarter. If you're playing against somebody with that, that's why it's important to get those timeouts taken. Man, that's a costly turnover right there. We get to steal before we can get going good. Kind of get trapped into that animation charge. You got to hate that. A lot of people do that. Hey, it's the third quarter. We got to burn timeouts because you can't take them into the fourth. I kind of got a problem with that. If you're not playing bruiser which means that your players aren't, you know, terribly fatigued, and you got the momentum, you kill your own momentum by coming out just taking 3 timeouts back to back. Like, you got to be strategic with that. Sometimes you can hurt your own momentum with those timeouts. So if you're not worn down by bruising, and if you got momentum, don't come out here at the end of the third and just say, I'm going to take all 4 of these timeouts because we can't carry them into the fourth quarter. Stop doing that, y'all. Stop doing that. Anyway, getting back to the game, you know your boy will take a break from the commentary to do a little bit of preaching. Like to preach. I probably should have pulled that 3, but I saw that big fella in the paint. I thought that was an easy 2 at best case. Worst case, I thought it could have been a 3-point play. You know what I'm saying? Like an and 1 in there too. Anyway, fourth quarter action, man. Still a competitive game. Great defense leads to easy offense right here. Rap gets the steal. They did a great job of slowing down the break though. You saw your boy was heading to the corner. You know what happened when I get in the corner, right? They did a great job of slowing us down. Beautiful play right here. I don't know, Styles, though. That spin was kind of unnecessary, but I ain't mad with you. You still went to the charity stripe, and you made it work there. Now, I have talked over the, you know, I haven't mentioned this, but Styles is eating this game. Styles is eating. Philly is eating. Philly just got boomed on. Just gave up the and 1. I jinxed you, but Philly is eating. So we got a 1-point game right here. I like to keep a mental note of who's having the big game. Something else Pro-Am players don't do. Pro-Am players won't say, you know what, this guy has made his last 5 shots. So if we get in a crunch where we need a shot, I'm going to give it to him. Pro-Am players say, well, he's made 5 shots, and I hadn't. So I don't give a damn what the game say. Next shot, I'm taking because I want some points. Don't like playing with those guys. Don't like playing with those guys. So in my mind, I'm going, look, Styles is shooting about 80%. I think Philly's shooting about 90%. If we get in a tight, these are the 2 guys that's out here cooking. It ain't no reason for, you know, me to be selfish and say, hey, these guys are cooking, but I got to get me some points too, fam. You do that in a blowout. In a blowout, make sure everybody get their points. In these games right here, get the dub, man. Like, to me, that shouldn't have to be said, but apparently it does. A little bit of preaching. You know, I like to preach. Now, look at this right here. I wanted to pull that, but I got to be smart. Stepped in. I ain't going to front. I wanted to still pull the 3, but I'll take the deuce. In a tight game like this, you got to get points. I knew that guy was expecting me to shoot. If this had been an old 2K, like 2K11 or something, that would have been 3 at the charity stripe, because I definitely would have pump faked and jumped into him. But they kind of toned that down right there. Great pass out of shot. Oh my God, man. I don't know how I feel about it, but it's a great pass out of shot. He hit a shooter looking straight on for the 3-point shot. He cashed it. We are back, knotted up, 57 apiece. A minute and a half on the clock. I was waiting to see what Philly was going to do down there. Actually did a great job. We kind of pushed him off of the shot he wanted. We still got a chance to make a stop here. They got 5 seconds on the shot clock. I knew mine was cutting. I'm in there getting big. I don't know who got the block, but I'm a damn sure take credit for it, even though I know it wasn't me. Great defense when you're 2-guard in there defending the rim like that. You got to give them some props. A minute on the clock at this point, y'all. We still knotted up. Watch this right here. I got to show you this. Philly, me and you going to fight about this. Look, Philly gets swarmed. I asked Philly during the game, how the hell did you throw the pass and call the timeout at the same time? Like, I was trying to think of what kind of dunk I was going to do right there. That was perfect. He was worried about getting stripped, so he called a timeout. Now, we still got 8 seconds on the shot clock. Problem is, we came out and, I don't know, we just couldn't get right. We ended up having to throw up some mesh just to get a shot up. We get nothing there, Philly. I'm just saying. I was about to do something. In the paint, fam. I was probably about to go windmill 360 through the legs or some fly shit like that. Something you've never seen. Styles probably had that layup. Passes out of it. I was open for a split second in the corner. They never saw me. It's at the end of the game, and you got to be careful here because people will panic here at the end. That's a shot I want ordinarily, but it gave me the weird feet. Rap, great presence of mind to just get a timeout. It wasn't going good there. We are down 2. We need a basket here. Don't have to be a 3, but we need a basket. Get the timeout. Let's settle ourselves down. Let's get right. We got 14.5 seconds. The shot clock is the game clock. We can set it up when we got the last shot, or so we thought. They elect to go with the reach in right here. I think they only got 1 more of those before we had to strike. Let's see how they play it. 13 seconds on the clock. Now, we want to make sure we get a good shot. Like, it would be a shame for us to have this last possession and not get a good shot. It don't get no better than that, though. Styles goes to the rack. Ain't nothing more high percentage than a dunk. Well, I'll say that. But then again, I've seen people miss those, too. Now, my player is a 6'5", sharpshooting 2-guard. On this last possession, we elect to go man, and I guess they targeted me because my matchup has an obvious size advantage. But I like my defense in here. Hold up, young fella. Really, I ain't even gonna lie to myself. I don't think it was my defense, y'all. I think he just fried it. Anyway, we go to overtime though. And I know it's a long quarter, man, but I want every scoring opportunity we can get. I don't want to leave points on the floor. Beautiful score right here by Philly. Sometimes when you score first, you put a little bit of pressure on the opponent. Maybe not, but, you know, sounds good. They come back right here. Know they probably want to go to the big. I felt like Styles was there. He was in the perfect defensive position to steal that pass and just couldn't get it. It'd be like that sometimes. You never know. Game still tied up. This one looked like it's probably going to go down to the wire. Philly, nice pull. It's going to bounce around before going in. Look, in this OT, y'all, Philly turned into like Kobe or some mess, man. Like, Philly had that look in his eye. It's crazy. He wanted to rock, and I saw it. Now, mind you, I told you early, Styles and Philly was kind of the two guys. That should have been a steal. They was the two guys out here eating. I over-pursued right there. Damn, that was smart on his behalf. He saw I was on the sprint. Change of direction was quick for him. I couldn't match his lateral quickness. It set him up for a wide open three. That hurt. And I'm kind of tight that I gave that up. Rap come back. He got a shot creator. That's a makeable shot. Couldn't get the shot to fall. TMM still trails by 1. We're going to win this game by defense if we are going to win it. Hate those right there because we know where it's going. Like, we there. You just can't get it. 3-point game. Look at this play right here. Styles comes down. They're expecting him to dump it off. He's got the pick. Boom. That's a big three. That's probably the biggest three of the game right there, because if you miss that and they come back and score, that's a deep hole to dig out of. Instead, that three right there knocks the game back up. I like it. Tied up game, folks. We know the pick is coming. I know the big is rolling. Styles knew it was rolling too. Had his hand right there, tipped it out of bounds, deflected it. Now, they still got possession, but hopefully we're going to force him into doing something different. We just don't want it to be easy for him. Mine looked like he's trying to cut. I'm on that. And I'm going to show you something defensively right here. Great defense. Oh, man, he jumped just a tad second. He missed time to jump. Anyway, folks, 1 minute to go. 2-point game. Back and forth and back and forth and back and forth. I like that right there. I like that, Styles. Be aggressive. Going to the rack, tying it up. This game really looked like whoever have it last is probably going to win. So now you got to play smart. You got to play good on defense. Oh, I just barely got there. But you also have to be mindful of the clock. Clock management is huge. Let me go ahead and go to the rack. Swing over your head right quick, homie. Watch your fro. Watch your fro. Your fro was, you know, I ain't got to say it. We're going to keep it a family program. I'm just saying. Anyway, this is big. If they don't get a basket here, dog, it's OV. Trust me. They got to get a basket here. I feel the pressure. I know they feel the pressure. Great defense. Oh, no. They both went for the shooter. Oh, he fried. Ball-headed dude is saving him in the paint. Shout out to everybody who ball. My man, you probably ain't even ball in real life, but you my homie right now. Big-time offensive board. He goes back up. That would have been huge for him. I really thought we gave up the three. Here we go. 18 seconds on the clock. It looks like we are going to hold for last shot. I like having all the power. Now, I say last the best, but when you tied up, there's really no need to take a shot before you have to. 5 seconds on the clock. Styles makes his move. Kicks it over to Philly. Philly's going to pull that. He's open. Let's go. Overtime Philly. I like it. I like it. Now, we still got 2 seconds on the clock. Of course, we're going to go man for this last possession. Everybody, look. Take your guy. Lock in. Focus on your guy. Now, at the end of regulation, they went to my guy. I kind of expected them to go to mine here. He's got a screen. I'm slow off the rotation, but I'm there, though. I'm there, though. Man, that was a good game right there. That's a good-ass game. Shout out to Styles and Philly for doing a lot of the heavy lifting. And overtime, Philly might be that guy. I see you, homie. I see you. Look at my green boy out for playing good defense right there. I don't know why my player didn't just do the regular hands-up block. Like, he tried to volleyball spike that shit, but whatever. Anyway, folks, that's all I got for today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, do me a favor. Drop that like. If you new, hit subscribe, and I'm out the next time, y'all. Peace.